Here's why your renal diet food list is probably wrong. I'm Michele, a renal dietitian, and I'm going to teach you what's wrong with those renal diet food lists that you get online and from your doctor. If you've ever been given a handout of foods to eat and foods to avoid on a renal or kidney diet, they likely leave you feeling more confused about what to actually eat. And look, I got into renal nutrition because my grandpa had stage 3 kidney disease and had high potassium blood levels. He was given a list of foods to avoid, which included many different fruits and vegetables, nuts, and beans. And what his providers failed to realize, because they never asked him, was that he was living solo, eating steak, blue cheese, and canned soup that had potassium additives. So I want to go over the top reasons why your renal diet food list is likely wrong or contradicts another food list that you find on the internet. So there's several reasons for this, and let's dive in. Number one, most renal diet food lists are based on the potassium and phosphorus content of the food. If the food is high in potassium or high in phosphorus, it will be on the do not eat list. And if it's low in those nutrients, it will be on the kidney friendly list. The major problem with this is it doesn't take the quality, bioavailability, or the absorption of the food into account. It also doesn't take the benefits of the food as a whole into account, like how much fiber or antioxidants it provides, or the potential renal acid load of the food, or whether or not the food produces more uremic toxins or not. These are other qualities of food that are extremely important to consider when making kidney-friendly food choices, because they play a role in how quickly kidney disease progresses. I will link my other videos in the notes section of this on PRAL or potential renal acid load and phosphorus absorption so that you can learn the importance of those other foods and nutrients after you finish watching this. Number two, another reason that renal diet food lists are often confusing is that they are comparing the milligrams of potassium for 100 grams of that food instead of comparing how much potassium is in the food for a standard portion that someone actually consumes. For example, if we compare the potassium content for 100 grams of apple to 100 grams of broccoli to 100 grams of chickpeas to 100 grams of walnuts to 100 grams of peanut butter, it really isn't a fair comparison. So let's go through each of those. 100 grams of apple is 108 milligrams of potassium. This is the size of a very small apple, though. You would likely never buy an apple this small in the grocery store. 100 grams of broccoli is about 1 cup of raw chopped broccoli. This is 290 milligrams of potassium. Now, to put this in comparison with the apple, a large apple, about 3¼ inches in diameter, is 240 milligrams of potassium. Most grocery store apples are actually large and more around 240-250 milligrams of potassium, which isn't far off from broccoli, and broccoli's oftentimes on those do not eat lists because they say it's high in potassium. Now let's look at chickpeas. 100 grams of cooked chickpeas is 291 milligrams of potassium. This is a little over a half a cup of cooked chickpeas. This is considered a low to moderate potassium legume. Now, looking at walnuts, 100 grams of walnuts is 441 milligrams of potassium. This seems so high because it's a very large portion of walnuts, about a cup serving. This is almost 700 calories. Most people aren't advised to be eating a cup of walnuts at a time, and 1 ounce of nuts is an actual portion. That's about a 1/4 cup, and that's only 125 milligrams of potassium, which is considered a low potassium nut. Now looking at peanut butter, 100 grams of peanut butter is 558 milligrams of potassium. Again, this seems very high, and that's because it is. It's 3 times the standard serving of peanut butter, which is 2 tablespoons. A 2 tablespoon portion of peanut butter is 32 grams and 180 milligrams of potassium. This portion of peanut butter is totally acceptable on a low potassium diet. Number 3, the next reason your renal diet food list is wrong is because it doesn't take other things into account that can accelerate kidney disease progression. Improving inflammation, gut health, blood pressure, and blood sugar all have to be part of your kidney-friendly diet. In fact, we really should be using the term kidney protective and not kidney-friendly when we're talking about what to eat for kidney health. A lot of ultra-processed food and animal protein may meet a kidney diet standard because they're low in potassium or phosphorus. However, they might promote more inflammation, they might contribute to gut dysbiosis, and they can make blood sugar and blood pressure worse. And those are the 2 main causes of kidney disease. And I'm sorry, but cornflakes is not healthier for someone with kidney disease to eat than oatmeal. And if we look at them side by side, look at the difference between the cornflakes and the oats in fiber, the carb to fiber ratio, and even the potassium. It doesn't matter if cornflakes have less potassium and phosphorus, they are going to contribute to higher blood sugar spikes. They lack fiber, vitamins, and minerals that are all important for people with kidney disease. So ultimately, a lot of old renal diet recommendations and food lists have been debunked by more current research. And if you're confused about what you actually should be eating to support your kidney health, please head to my website, plantbasedkidneys.com, for blog posts, recipes, videos, grocery lists, and more resources to help you protect your kidney health and preserve your kidney function. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys again soon.